They use the mystics of computer science to let you forget that all that the algorithm does, according to the slide, is decide one simple question. My capacity to reoffend versus my capacity to actually be able to rebuild. This is something which doesn't prioritize intent, a core fundamental of justice system. This is something that doesn't, even if opening government say that they do not care about retribution, this is something that most of us do care about. This is the same system that says all its core values. It is better to send 100 guilty men go free rather than one innocent goes alone. Simply do not accept that the method of this debate is solely how many crime is going to be produced in society rather than the core question of justice. Rebuttal and then exactly that. Where do we get more? Note. Something which Schulman misses and also missed within the theory to get from second. We're perfectly fine with using the algorithm for advice. We're perfectly fine with running the algorithm and making the results public. We're perfectly fine using the algorithm to identify judges who constantly send black men more, give them more of a punishment in the end. This is the clash in this debate. Who should get the final veto? Who in the cases where justice can be missed is going to be able to say, you know what, this individual actually by a justification should get less of a time in jail. Why does this matter? Because if all of the parliament, the opening government that sometimes people are horny and tired, this is something which is going to be able to calibrate them. If all of the system, if you simply don't accept also to be an inherent issue of the system, here is a counterexample. Even though it's not correct for many of the systems worldwide, Scandinavia seems to do fairly well. You simply don't accept this is something that other states cannot reproduce. You'll find with the funding of Naftali Bennett and the right in Israel in order to add more money into the judicial system generally and make it judges all in all. This is something we're willing to stand that this is something which is more important than other issues in terms of priorities and money put into the system as well, non-inherent at all. What is the algorithm that cannot do? And here is something which is crucial in this debate. Context is something that the algorithm is going to inherently miss in a debate. This is something which is missed when all you care about is rehab and keeping away individuals from other parts of the society. How do we know it? Because if I have killed my wife in a very horrendous crime, I'm not likely, this is something which is personal, to commit another crime in the future. So this is something which is likely to be deprioritized in the senses of how much time I'm going to sit in jail. However, we're willing to stand here from opening opposition and tell you the horrific of a crime and the public response to it should be accounted for, and the consequence which is actually done in public should be accounted for in how it is treated. Why is the crucial component of justice? Note, I'm actually going to show you now that it's considered by the open government, and therefore closing government are going to be bound by it as well. How is it considered? They're saying, and I'm quoting, the judge is going to be the individual that decides on the question of guilty, not guilty. All that the algorithm is going to do is to decide on the question of essentially how much time is going to be placed. So note what is the underlying logic. An algorithm is not strong enough to understand whether I've committed something which is murder or manslaughter. The algorithm is not strong enough to understand whether what is happening right now is by a context of me being poor or not. If this is something in which the algorithm cannot decide whether I'm going to be placed in jail in the first place, because it is too important and we need the human factor in, they are simply buffered by the case of why it is fine for the algorithm to decide I'm going to spend 10 years or 20 years in jail as a final factor. This is considered once they're doing this logic, like not being able to account who I am, what is my background. But here are three places in which it is something which is detrimental. Firstly, they say hate crimes is something that they care about and are able to retain, just makes sense because this is status quo. What is a hate crime? This is the exactly same thing as another individual did. Like in terms of what are the actual consequences of the crime, it looks exactly the same. However, because my intent was different, because the context of the crime was utterly different, we were willing to punish more. This is something which the algorithm cannot assess in many cases because intent is not something that the assesses. By the way, for closing opposition, we are fine the algorithm can do some things. Like we're going to concede for the debate, so the algorithm can do anything in terms of assessing. So the other part is, look, also in many cases, we are actually in care about what is the context in which a crime was actually committed in. Because what they care about is my capacity to get rehabilitated and actually my chance of reoffending. This is systematically going to throw African Americans in jail more and create more of a buffer into the system. Because the statistics is, in many cases, they are who have a less chance. Why does it matter? Because note, this is something, the judicial system is not an isolated system in society. And you should underline that sentence because it's crucial in this debate. It is a system that should also take into account, Other factor says whether I'm going to be a better father to my children if I'm going to send for jail for too long time, whether the communities are going to survive that. This is not the only system that we should define, but rather has a broader political perspective. No, this is a continuation of the status quo. How do we know this is a continuation of the status quo? Because this is why we have different punishments set by law to different crimes, because we do recognize that the maximal amount of punishment which is necessary is and should be defined by Parliament itself. Therefore, the same logic that if it's going to be able to be something in the broad case of what is the maximum punishment for murder, we also say that in the individual case, we want the human factor in as well. Second.
Okay, since computers are far better at picking up on patterns, we are now able to better allocate our prison cells in ways to protect society and protect the humanity of both
Wisdom, in order, or advice on that, justified against them. In the cases in which they're going to miss and they're going to be able to justify it broadly, we are saying that the final word should be the word of the judges themselves. Moreover, note, horrendous crime specifically is something which is actually quite common as well. We do say that the amount of fear that inflicted on an individual is something that we take control. Moreover, these are exactly the things which are not going to be counted, right? Because we simply don't accept that if I have killed my wife and I have no intent, because this is not a good person, I have no intent to actually commit more crimes in the future, I should not go to jail. This is simply a human element, this is society that most of us prefer. We simply don't accept that. But now, regarding what we say about the inaccuracies of the system, because even further responses. Firstly, look, the people who are likely to program them are not going to be representative of the entire society. This is a policy on their case. Like programmers, the people who are actually going to understand how the algorithm works, it's not likely that we're going to achieve transparency, right? This is like a complex economics argument. Most people are not going to be likely to dive in. It's actually going to be even worse in cases which you're going to be able to vote over very specific parameters, because A, they're likely to be against minority groups, but B, moreover, which is unjust in the next question here, but B, because these are the only things that we're going to understand. Secondly, note, a mistake is still likely to happen here as well. If I'm going to see that something is too far-fetched, and we do want that the final word is going to be someone who's spent his entire life to understand this context. Someone who's likely to say that this is something which is inconsistent. We say that we're going to actually try to pursue these individuals in many cases because the only reason that the algorithm plays more is the capacity of a kind of skilled individual. A mighty algorithm has famously debated. We should oppose to this one, but we should also oppose to this ludicrous idea.